Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to look at the costs and benefits of club sessions within marathon training. Now, there are loads of caveats to this and it really does depend on a lot of different things. So firstly, how seriously are you taking the marathon? And I don't mean that from the point of view of how quick you're going to run it necessarily, but relative to your optimal, kind of what you could potentially do if everything was perfect, how close do you want to go to that? If you're going for more of an experience, if you're kind of doing more of a charity thing, you're not really too fussed on the time, you just want to raise loads of money, then absolutely club sessions can fit into that really, really well. Equally, some clubs do loads of great things when it comes to marathons. Most tend not to. It's more of a kind of 5K, 10K focus thing. But some clubs are definitely doing much more with this, and that's a great thing to see happening because it offers lots of options for people of all different ability levels and different distances and focusing goals. We're going to do this video based on the premise that most clubs don't do this. So some of you may be watching this and seeing actually my club does do it. Fantastic. It's a great thing and do those sessions. So where that can fit in, make that work for you. That's all good. So what we're going to look at is most clubs will be looking at 5K sessions, 10K sessions, maybe the occasional kind of half marathon pace rep. But the kind of speed work like that isn't going to give you a lot of specificity for your marathon training. The repetitions are going to be very fast, they're going to be very short, typically speaking, and there's maybe going to be lots of walk recoveries or, not really that appropriate to what you're going to be trying to really work for your marathon in all likelihood. So that's one of the things. However, there are loads and loads of benefits to it as well. The social aspect is obviously a huge part for so many people. They want to kind of get to their club because that's how they meet people, they make friends there, and how most people actually get to socialize as runners is through their club or park runs and things like that as well. So that is a big bonus, and it's something we want to try and work towards where we can. Now, one of the things you could do is to drop back a group or two to mitigate it, still get to club. However, you're going to be socializing with different people, which is great. However, most people want to run kind of in their running circle, the people they tend to train with. So, although that's a potential way around that negative, probably isn't going to work. So, the benefits, though, are, or the ways we can make this work anyway. So, the benefits are you keep your hand in with your speed work. One of the common complaints I talk to people about who, before they come to me, have done marathons in the past is they feel really sluggish, they feel out of the loop, they don't feel fit or fast, and they start to really doubt themselves because they haven't done enough speed work. Certainly, they haven't done anything kind of shorter and sharper. Now, whilst there is that lack of specificity, running some quicker sessions every now and again, done sensibly, once every month, once every 6 weeks or so, can give you a really good boost of confidence because it reminds you actually that you might find it slightly harder to run those quicker paces, but actually recovery is insanely quick. And something like 10K, 10 mile pace actually probably feels quite good, especially in the early weeks where you're building into your fitness. You haven't kind of lost the speed that you had previously, but you've built a lot of endurance in that time. So you go to those sessions and you feel phenomenal. You've run a bit of quicker stuff, you've got your heart rate up nice and high, you feel good from having run hard and run faster, and then actually recover really, really quickly. So it boosts your confidence in those respects. What I've used them for in the past, either club sessions or just generally speedwork sessions, is to remind myself that actually marathon pace isn't my top speed. Really tricky sometimes to kind of run just easy run paces or marathon pace all the time. And you can get quite kind of monotonous. And also you can feel really like, oh, can I really run faster than my marathon speed? Or, wow, it's really hard to run marathon pace for this many miles. It's a good reminder every now and again that actually, you know what? When you're running a bit quick, 20, 30 seconds, 40 seconds a mile quicker, when you then come to your next marathon pace session, it feels like an absolute doddle. So there are some really good benefits of doing it. The key thing as ever is context. Now, if you are really pushing for a very quick marathon, if you're looking for quite a big jump, if you go to a really challenging marathon where it's a hilly or it's going to be hot, then the specificity is better to work on in all honesty. And unless your club is doing something around the marathon specificity, you're probably better off doing your own thing for the most part, using maybe park runs or trying to run with other people at a marathon training outside of your club sessions is probably a better use of time. What you could always do as well is go to the club session. If they do a social thing at the start or finish, take part in that and then go and do your own thing somewhere, run your own session. Maybe people are doing recovery runs after races, that could tie in well as well. And then you get to have the best of both worlds. You get to do the session you need to do, you get some good miles in, and you still have the social element as well. So, whilst there are costs and benefits, there are loads of ways to make it work for you. I would never say don't do it, but you just need to use it really, really well in your particular context.